So somebody asked me, and I'm just reading my phone right here, and they said, "How are you, sir? I've gone through your ISSO Foundations course. Congratulations. And it has been a blessing to say the least. So I just got offered a role in cybersecurity engineering with the following job description." And he goes through some of this. I'll just kind of skim through this. I won't read all of this, but basically he's going to be doing some information system security officer work where he's doing system security plans and maintaining and executing processes for reviewing and routing reports. So yeah, this is an information system security officer type job that this person just got. And I get a lot of emails like this, and I'm really happy when I get these kinds of emails about people getting a great benefit off of my Risk Management Framework courses and how they are able to get a job, and not only get a job but do the job effectively and know what's going on. So that's why I created the course, was for that very reason, is to help people out. I just didn't see a lot of material out there. You know, there's courses where the instructor will fly out there and it's like, you know, $6,000 and stuff like that. I wanted to do something that was more personal and more practical and affordable. So that's the whole reason I did it. So that's great. Anyway, reading the rest of his message, he says, "What strategy would you recommend to be successful in this role?" So I guess it was an interview, or did he already get the job? I have just gone through, okay, and I just got a role. I got offered a role. Oh, he's got the job then. Psh, that's awesome. Anyway, he says, "What strategy would you recommend to be successful in this role? What should I look out for in terms of documentation, stakeholders, and things of that nature? And thank you very much, sir." Okay. All right. So I'm sure at some point you're going to see this video. So I'm speaking directly to you, but I'm sure this is going to help a lot of other people. If you're new to Risk Management Framework and into this role, and you're asking in terms of documentation, stakeholders, and things of that nature, like what things should you look out for? So one of the main things that I would say for any new person is to make sure you are part of the team. One of the big mistakes that a lot of risk management framework people, cybersecurity people make, especially dealing with documentation and the stuff you're about to do, risk management, information system security officer work, and compliance. But really, this applies to any kind of IT job, but in particular, cybersecurity. You're enforcing some of the policies of an organization, or you're writing the policies, things like that. One of the things that a lot of us do, and myself included, one of the things that I did wrong in the beginning is to think that I have to take on all this responsibility, and I would stress myself out thinking that I have to be the one and only sheriff of the entire infrastructure. The thing is, it's a team effort. You can't do anything without the team. It's not a one-person show. So the main thing as far as stakeholders are concerned is remember you're part of a team. Don't try to be the expert in everything, because you're not. So I just give you a specific example. If you're dealing with the firewall person, and let's say you've done firewalls before, and so you know a thing or two. That's not your current role. Your current role is cybersecurity, and you're doing risk management framework, right? But you need information from the firewall person. You need to trust their expertise and their professional role. You know what I mean? Like, you have to trust them to do their job. And that goes for let's say you have to work with the program manager, and you were a program manager before, so you know exactly what they're supposed to do and all that kind of stuff. Don't overstep your bounds. You got to trust them to be an effective part of the team. Now, if they're not, that's a whole different discussion. But you are part of a team, and you need to be a team player with them. And everyone has to come together to make the cybersecurity of the infrastructure better. And that goes for the documentation, because you can't do the documentation by yourself. If you're reviewing or writing the documentation, it has to be peer reviewed by everyone. You know what that means? You wrote it and then you send it off to someone, and your peers review it. They look at and okay, it looks like you got some misspellings here. You might want to check the formatting, and I think this might be technically off. And then don't just assume things. Use the team to get the most effective answer. Send the document to the firewall guy if you need that firewall piece, or say, hey, I have a question about this specific rule on the firewall. I need some details. Like, what do you think about this? Be a part of the team. That would be the main thing that I personally did wrong, and it's been the most effective thing that's completely shifted and changed my whole career path. Just that one thing. So that would be the only thing. Let me see if there's anything else. Those are the main things. I would say that's the main things. If you're in a team, if you behave like you're a part of a team instead of trying to take on all this work yourself, it's a huge weight off your shoulders, because this is a team effort. It's not just me. It's all of us having to carry this weight. So that would be what I would say right there. And